mean, you know what it is. We're gonna do a collective read. Let's see what the collective is now. Could be seeing 10-10. I just opened this and we got the 10 of 6 here with the 10 of coins off the rip. Okay, that's enough, goddamn it. That's a goddamn enough. Over here. Ain't no light energy today. I'll say that. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Heaviness. It's like a weight. This item in reverse. Something have something to do with somebody's aunt. Thank you. It looks a mess. I've been out and about all day. Okay. That just lightened up. I'm not doing free questions though. But if it's a regular old question, that's fine. I'm not answering questions that pertain to me flipping cards for other people for free. Any other questions I answer. Okay. Mm-mm. Try it again. We have the Ace of Knives here. That's gonna be some truth, some godly truth, okay? A big truth, big queen. But that did come out in the reverse, so the goddamn spy is still here, honey. Okay. Strength in the 4 of coins. Immediately and indefinitely. Share. Interesting. You be seeing butterflies, 12. That's too many. Goddamn. This ain't right. It's right, but when this happens, it's normally somebody trying to distort the message. 6 and 9 is in the reverse. 7 6. Not right. 5 of 9 in the reverse. 7 in the reverse. Somebody's trying to somebody's trying to use a kid to keep somebody in their life, to keep somebody from 6 and 9s in the reverse, to keep somebody from sailing the calmer waters, moving on, moving away. You see how shit just getting knocked down and thrown around? This is somebody trying to just. This is not an average, like, we don't normally have these types of problems. We're just gonna be honest. However, somebody trying to use a son, a child, a boy, or a little girl, doesn't have to be a boy, but this is a little boy, a very gifted little boy, as a matter of fact, as a means to keeping somebody in their life, and this is their energy. First of all, daughter of knives, this nasty manipulative piece of energy came out prior to, and everything is in the reverse. Like, everything about this person is negative, and the only thing that's upright in their life is this son. Okay. And that's all we have to say about that. What am I doing? Where's my root? Oh my goodness. It's showing up my humans cannot see. That's good. I ask that you give me clear and concise messages. After anybody trying to distort this message, be rude, banish, and bind it in their intention. Ashe. If you don't know, bells make motherfucking entities glitch. Okay? Bells make them bitches glitch. Do you hear me? I can't make it up. You ever seen a entity attachment connected to somebody, and you see them? They don't even have big bells anymore. But you know how they used to have big old bells over the church buildings? Yeah, that's to banish them damn entities. Okay, they can't take it. They cannot take the frequency of a bell. It gives them a headache. They get the glitching. Something happening every time. Why am I getting so many cards out at once? This is not normal, y'all. I'm telling you. And it's all just Five of Baskets, Son of Knives. I meant Son of Coins, Color Jack in the reverse, Nine of Coins. Somebody, I don't like this energy. It's literally just, this is manipulation. This is manipulation, and this is definitely a masculine energy who's being manipulated. I mean, shit. What this got to do with me? Excuse me, what does this have to do with collective? Because I don't even want to tap into this. It's making me want to reshuffle and get to the business. This unless this person is a part of the collective, this masculine energy. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not tapping into this shit. It feels so ill, ill, ill. I'm not doing it. Do you hear me? We won't try this again. Yeah, angels, spirit guide, God, please give me clear and concise messages for the collective, messages pertaining to the collective and the collective only. Any and all entity, attachment, spell work, hexes, or curses being sent to distort the message. I ask that it be banished and binded, and the intentions be returned back to the sender immediately, as well as the spell work. Ashe. Watch Spirit still put out the cake. They gonna be like, bitch, we said what we said. Okay. 5 of coins. And it came out in the struggle position. So there's something going on pertaining to somebody's partnership. Hard times coming to an end, a new job after a prolonged unemployment, renewed faith, recovery from financial ruin, improved luck, feeling welcome, rehabilitation, debt repayment, and light at the end of the tunnel. For somebody struggling to see the light at the end of the tunnel, hard times coming to an end. Or this could also just be somebody trying to keep somebody from being in that energy because it did come out like this. Excuse me. But so that's like a struggle. I don't know if this person is struggling to do this and it's due to somebody else. I'm a bit irritated because what does this masculine energy have to do with the collective? Is this person a part of the collective? What's really going on here? 8 of coins at the bottom of the deck. This looks like work. Eight of sticks. Communication. Somebody could be seeing 88. 4 of sticks in the reverse. 2 of coins. And this item in the reverse. 3 of coins. Um, I'm gonna be irritated with this energy because it's like, figure it the fuck out. What do you like? I feel like somebody's sitting here acting confused, but you're not fucking confused. My face, like, bro, it's pissing me off. You're acting confused and you're not confused. But okay, 8 of sticks. Standing your ground, strength in adversity, defending your beliefs, the final showdown, a fair competition. No, that's not what this is, and that's the 7 of sticks. That's the energy this person should be in, but instead, okay. Anyways, rapid rapid progress, forward movement, communication, finding a resolution, excitement, whirlwind romances, gaining momentum, receiving a critical message, eye-opening experiences, being in alignment. So it just feels like somebody's struggling to communicate, and this just could be due to your mindset and your environment. The people, it's like, what are we talking about? Like this is it's irritating me because it's not that this energy does not know this collective. If you're a part of this collective, you know this. Okay? This is not something that's brand new to you. The fuck? 4 of coins in the reverse, son of coins in the upright. Again, this same masculine energy has just come out. You're not new to this shit. Something about coddling. I don't know if somebody's looking for somebody to coddle them, but baby, this ain't that and that ain't this. You're not gonna get your shit together with somebody coddling you. Greed, hoarder, selfishness, wastefulness, obsessive couponing, clingy people, scarcity, scarcity consciousness, penny pinchers, controlling personalities, and fear of change. You're your own problem right now. You're looking outside of yourself for what the problem is, and you need to be digging a lot deeper within you. That's the fucking problem. You're the problem. There's nothing about me that's finna coddle this for this collective energy because I'm telling you, if you was a woman, I would say this the exact same way. You're the problem. And you need to stop looking outside of yourself for why the problem is happening, because the more you look outside of yourself, the more you're going to want to blame everybody else. And instead of having you tell yourself that you're the problem and not have me tell you you're the problem. It's irritating because this person is not new to this. You're I want to say you're not new to this, you're true to this. So you're choosing to do this. And that's what's pissing me off. Because what are you doing? Are you trying to lose your divinity? Are you trying to start from scratch? Or do you just want to be like, beats me, child. Beats me. I'm going to let people live their life. Live your life. Do it how you want to do it, honey. Because I'm not the one who's going to control you. At the end of the day, your choices shape your future. And it's up to you. Nothing's going to change until something changes. I heard that earlier today, too. You looking for all this outward change. The change needs to start with the man in the mirror, Michael Jackson. Thank you for the follow. Son of Coins. The Son of Coins reminds us about the importance of thorough planning. Using all means at your disposal to ensure the most successful outcome. His motto is, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. On the positive side, he's grounded, stylish, set clear and realistic goals, has faith in himself, values education, and is at home in the body and a comfort to others. You know what your problem is? Divine Masculine Collective. Because I don't feel like I'm speaking to one somebody. Is that you're looking for this validation that you should be giving yourself. You're coming up in this energy. You know you're this person, but you also know you got this shit going on around you. If it's not within you, it's going on around you. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna attach yourself to these things because you feel like you need some sort of outside validation, or are you actually gonna do what you need to do? Because you're looking for answers outside of yourself, because apparently you feel like you're getting answers from outside of yourself. And you are, to an extent, but they're not coming across the way you want them to come across because you're looking for it outside of yourself. If you want somebody to tell you something the way you feel like they should say it, then you need to be the one to do it. You need to be the one to tell yourself this shit, not nobody else. If it's come to this point, it's because you're refusing to tell yourself that. Again, this is not a bad person, but I get irritated with energies like this because you can lose a lot by staying in the energy of trying to act like you're so confused. I'm just so confused. I just don't know what to do. Nigga, you do. You do. You absolutely the fuck do. I don't play that acting dumb shit. I don't do that. Do you hear me? Dr. Grant. You're way too intelligent to be sitting here acting dumb. Because that's what you're doing. Divine Masculine Collective. Way too intelligent. Do you hear me? Somebody hearing me. Martinez. Thank you. When Dr. Grant appears, it may be indicate the it may indicate the necessity for some alone time to recharge. What did I say? It's either around you or it's within you. Specifically, it may recommend some solitude in nature to reflect. This is more important now than ever, as we are as okay. You excited? As we are constantly accessible to others via technology, while this may be convenient, it is also a tremendous burden. as we have little time to clear our heads and just this. And you know what? This card has come out for quite some time when it comes to this divine masculine collective. Maybe you did take some time in nature, but now this needs to become a part of your schedule. Grounding yourself needs to become, it's not a one time thing. It's not a one time thing. This is now a part of you. When I say things have to change in order for things to change, that needs to change. It needs to be incorporated into your schedule from this point forward. They won't stop. So you must make a conscious decision now. You must make a conscious decision once in a while to make it stop. Let's be clear. This card is not about sitting in the park for a few minutes, looking at pretty trees, flowers, or a squirrel because before you get back online. No, it's about considering the essence of that tree, those flowers, and the squirrel, and how you're all connected. It's about perceiving the interrelationships of all things to the other of the extraction. The other extraction of power from fundamental reality, for it is from the comprehension of source that knowledge may be accessed. Did you hear that? It is from the comprehension of source that knowledge may be accessed and distilled. Remember, if you take something from Mother Nature, don't forgive to give something back, biodegradable to her and her creatures in return. This card may also indicate that you're seeking knowledge and you're ready to take things to the next level. It's time to seek guidance from a worthy teacher. Okay? Maybe it's time for somebody to get a mentor, a mindset coach, something to help somebody stay on track when it comes to their spiritual journey, because it's not like again, it's not like this masculine does not know this, but you're not changing your everyday behaviors to incorporate this into your life so that things can better. It's like you're seeking the knowledge, but from the wrong places. Like I said, confirmation. You're seeking the knowledge, but from the wrong places. Everything comes from within. All the answers are from within you. That's why it's telling you to go into nature and ground. Because if you were doing that, if you were really tapped into you, you wouldn't be sitting. I wouldn't be doing this. I would not be telling you that you're the problem if you were doing this. You would be like, damn, maybe I need to change some shit around for some shit to change for me. Father, son. You see how nice I said that to myself versus how I'm saying it to somebody else? Because I'm not supposed to be the one saying this to you. But if I have to, I will. It's love. But I'm not going to say it in the nicest way because you know better. And when you know better, you do better. And when Spirit has been telling you to tap into yourself and sit in nature and do what you need to do, you need to listen, first of all, because they're not ones to repeat themselves. So you coming over here and having me repeat my damn stuff is actually a little disrespectful. But hey, we all sometimes we need a reminder. That's why I'm not taking it too hard because, again, not a bad person. I want to state that. Not a bad person, very intellectual, very intelligent. Okay? But you don't need a babysitter. You don't need somebody to coddle you and tell you, hey, you should go in nature. You should go in nature. You should, tap in with source, Mother Nature, God. You don't need nobody to tell you that. It's in the quietest moments where you get all your answers. You're listening to the loudness of the world and you're wondering why you're not getting the answers is because you're not sitting in the silence. The silence is where you find the answers. The solitude is where you find the answers. The nature is where you find the answers. When Father Sims comes up, it's asking you to review your position regarding your inquiry. If you've taken an extreme or one sided position, now is the time to consider things from a more balanced perspective. It's almost like I don't want to finish saying these things to this person because somebody's faith may be restricted by, say, a religion or a belief system that they've had growing up. Somebody's not living from a free spirited place. It's like I said prior to early on when I started to speak to if you watch my lives, when I was saying, what's the best way for me to put this? You need to free your spirit first of all. It's not trapped, but you're limiting yourself in this little box of where you can find all of the things. This is how you look. That's why you're so reluctant to go into nature and actually genuinely absorb the truths of the world of what God has created. Somebody is too, I almost want to say small minded. You're critical, you're judgmental almost to an extent. It's genuinely like you don't want to believe these things. It's the same way somebody didn't really want to believe that you're not the problem. You don't want to believe these things. It's not that these things aren't real. It's not that they're not real. You something in you just genuinely doesn't want to believe it, and it's due to this little box that you were put in, maybe even subconscious programming as a child, like how we all end up being not all of us, but most of us end up being Christians because our parents were Christians, and then we grow up and we start asking questions about, hey, why why they get to go to that big ass church and they get to do all of this extra stuff, and why does this church have a big ass bell, and why does this? It's just kind of like due to somebody's conditioning of what faith should look like is the reason why you're being reluctant to believe the truth. It's like this is too supernatural. This is too magical for you to genuinely want to believe it. But it's the truth. God is not man. He's supernatural. He's not man. When they say God make miracles, he makes miracles. That's not no shit your brain can really comprehend. That's why they say don't lean on your own understanding, lean on his. It's a collective message. Take what resonates, leave the rest, flip the roles how you need, and always take everything back to prayer before you act on anything I said here today. Um, yeah, it's just like I don't have much breath left to say. This is something that somebody needs to go through for themselves. That's why they're being asked to separate themselves. That's why they're being asked to go into solitude. You need to do the work yourself because otherwise you're not going to believe it coming from somebody else. That's how skeptical and critical and judgmental this person is. They will not believe it until it comes from source itself, God itself. And I say it because I don't see God as a man or a woman. If you take an extreme or one-sided position, now is the time to consider things from a more balanced perspective. Things do not have to be black or white, so don't perceive it. So don't force it to be. If you have been asked to compromise or cooperate, but you feel resistant to the idea, this is a good sign that you haven't considered all of the aspects of the situation. If you've been asked to give someone an answer, don't respond until you feel centered to do otherwise. To do otherwise may cause deep regret and feelings to be hurt unnecessarily. Try to be fair. I'm a little bit over this, to be honest. Let's see what else spirit has to say. Cause it's like nobody finna coddle you and tell you this is some baby ass energy. And this person's not a baby. It's somebody's entire perspective of how things were for them is coming to an end, and it's because they're being resistant and they're refusing to realize that God does not work in one way. He don't sit in that box that you sit in. Faith is bigger than what you're trying to make it. I heard somebody say something. Christ didn't create Christians. He created discipline. That was me. But hey, do your research. And it doesn't. It feels like this person could be Christian, but either way, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter, and it's not to say you have to leave this religion. It's not to say none of that. It's to say that you can be a part of that and also experience the vastness of the other ways in which God connects to people. You don't have to be so small minded, critical, and judgmental, not to yourself and nor to other people. We have the funeral card here. Is this your stuff in the freezer or mine? What's the? Uh-uh. What's going on that window? Take yourself out the box. When Miss Robinson appears, you may be involved in a negative situation. You may be, and this is like I said, this your energy, but somehow you're connected to shit that's got your shit fucked up, like four coins in the reverse, Dr. Grant in the upright, and the funeral card. You're going in a direction that's gonna really fuck you up. That's really gonna have you losing your entire divinity because you refuse to actually sit by yourself. Is it that hard? Is it really that hard to be in solitude? To genuinely be in solitude the way Jesus was, 40 days and 40 nights. Can you do it? When Miss Robertson appears in a reading, you may be involved in a negative situation that has the potential to become more unpleasant. You're gonna make this situation more unpleasant for yourself if you continue. But it's up to you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not peer pressuring nobody, but the way it's coming out is you're being warned. If I'm gonna be honest, this sounds like a warning. And I know because the last time I was on live, I gave somebody else a warning. So here we are, warning the masculine after warning the feminine. Okay. This card may also be trying to alert you of the fact that you have an addiction or obsession involving a person, idea, intoxicant, or object, which will ultimately hurt you more than you could ever imagine. I'm gonna just read that again for you. I'm gonna read that again for you because this needs to settle in your brain because you're making drastic, life changing decisions right now. And I don't give a damn if you don't see it on a day to day basis. Once the decision is made, the choices you make now alter your future. There's no taking that shit back. Okay? You may be involved in a negative situation that has the potential. Y'all ain't gonna tell me my headphones in here the whole time. Okay. You may be involved in a negative situation that has the potential to become more unpleasant, unhealthy, or dangerous. Stop it before things go too far. This card may also be trying to alert you of the fact that you have an addiction or obsession involving a person, idea, intoxicant, or object, which will ultimately hurt you more than you will ever imagine. Get help if needed. If you're enlarged in a lifestyle that attracts negative, unbalanced, or violent people, now is the time to be on high alert. This card may also be a reminder to stop bullying or being abusive to others. Stop being so manipulative. Beware of liars, backbiters, syndicators, and frenemies in your midst. This is also a warning against excessive force on worldly things, bad news, pain, suffering, and ugliness. These gonna be my last three cards. You've been warned. You've been warned. I've done my job. You've been warned. So continue on down. You will no longer show up in this energy. And that's just the truth. I really hope that sits and marinates for you. Because this ain't no light warning. Somebody, the energy I've been picking up from masculines prior to this was somebody learning hard lessons in life, the harder lessons in life for not listening to your intuition, listening to your spirit guides, listening to God. So if you're going to continue down the path of not listening, here's your warning. That's all. That's all. When Aunt Carol appears, it is an indication that fate is a factor regarding. See, somebody's their faith and their they're leaning too much on their own understanding. This it's the supernatural part that's fucking somebody up right now. They genuinely cannot believe the supernatural energy that God holds that is actually on the physical plane. Like somebody is refusing to accept the truth. That there are psychics, there are mediums, there are people who dead ass interact with the ethers, the other side. It's real. What the? Okay. 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 When Aunt Carol and that's gonna be your downfall, trying to prove something is not real when God is showing you with your own eyes, and that's why you're being asked to go into solitude. You ask questions, you're getting answers, and you're refusing the answers from the people who actually experience these things and actually have gone through the solitude, have gone through being initiated by spirit. It's like, ew, I don't like this. It's literally an energy of like, what you do ain't real. Then why you here? Why you keep coming back here? If you don't feel like I have any truth to what I'm saying, why do you keep coming back here? And actually, why do you keep developing from everything that I'm saying? It's ill. It's ill. Ugh. When Aunt Carol appears, it's an indication that fate is a factor regarding and not a lot of people believe in fate, and that's what I mean about the supernatural part of this. Somebody genuinely can't believe God has this much of His hand on this matter. Rack your brain about what you or somebody else could have done differently if you like, but the truth is that everything turned out exactly how it's supposed to. Period. Point blank. This can be a very hard pill to swallow. In an age when people want to believe their thoughts or choices always dictate outcomes, the existence of a greater plane is not a welcome concept. The existence of a greater plane is not a welcome concept today because it implies vulnerability, which is automatically translated to weakness in the minds of many. Somebody cannot grasp the fact that they're genuinely this out of control. You don't have control here. God holds all the power, and the person who's most connected to Him holds all the power. Believe it or not. But the book telling you, the cards telling you, everybody else telling you. I didn't need the cards to tell you this, to be quite honest. That's why I'm irritated that it's coming out in a collective reading. Because I could have told you this, but you're still not going to want to believe it because you cannot believe how much the supernatural is real. That's why you're being asked to sit in solitude. Because either you're going to have to ground yourself in the reality of how real it is, or you're going to fall. Okay? You're going to fall on your own sword. We are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion. We are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion from explosions or crashing through windows without a scratch. When we then want to be indestructible, unflappable people too. But this is not the movies. We know in real life those characters are most likely would have died in the raging inferno. And the window crasher would be blinded or cut to ribbons. The audience likes that these things didn't occur. They like the implication that the characters escaped or were cooler than fate planned for them. Do you hear that? Fate. So in the movies, of course, when they drive the car into the building and that bitch blow up and they walk away in slow motion, you think that that shit is normal. When really fate intended for those people to die in that car accident. Do you understand that? It's not a movie. It's real life. And incidents are no accident. Incidents are no accident. Everything is a lesson or a blessing. I always say that around here. She also teaches us to expect the unexpected. This card may also be trying to tell you to understand why things are happening or why they turned out the way they did. You must consider the bigger picture. If you receive this, consider the following. Have you thought about turning an unexpected incident into an opportunity? This was fated. Period, point blank. Whatever it was, I don't care what it was, divine masculine, it was fated. I'm sorry that you don't want to believe that. But your choices, you know how they say God has a plan for your life? You do realize that plan involves you taking other routes as well. The plan isn't just like this one little path he shaped out for you, and he understands that we have a choice and that there's going to be alternative ways and things in which we do, and that is still a part of your path. It's still a fated event in which to happen. If you were, God thought ahead of you. If you were to think this choice and to think to make this thing and do this thing, then this is how this will turn out for you. It's all of it fated, all of it planned. When one door closes, another one opens. Was it really an accident? Question mark. You're lying to yourself because it wasn't an accident, but you're gonna keep telling yourself that you can. Your luck is about to change. You don't like change? Question mark. Tough shit. It's about to. We're all just players in one big chess game. Did you hear that? We're all just players in one big chess game. So if you're a light, then you're. I ain't even gonna break it down. You're not ready for that. Do you really think this is all about you? Because this is a lot of ego. This is a lot of ego in when it comes to somebody's understanding of how things work, and that's why God is breaking your ass down by the pound like some weed, breaking you down because you're refusing to accept the truth. Breaking your ass down by the pound. That's not funny, but it is. 'Cause I don't even talk like that. Get out of your own way. What did I just say? You're the problem. Get out of your own way. Why were you born? Question mark. Why are you here? Question mark. Miracles happen every day. Period. Do you respect the cycle of life? Question mark. How do you feel about getting older? Baby, you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do. Okay, do you hear me? Hey, good evening to you. How are you? Um, Yeah, it's not funny, but it's funny because somebody's ego really had them believing that they knew all of the right things and all of the right ways. And it's not to doubt, like I said, this is a very intellectual person, very intelligent person. This person understands, but you so smart, so you dumb. Goddamn, excuse my language, but you're so smart that you're actually being ignorant right now because you're not supposed to lean on your own understanding, especially when you're guided not to. You're being guided not to. Somebody really had like a a big. They probably even still have this ego. You have a pretty big ego where you believe that a lot of things are about you, and it's not. And I really think that is another reason you're being told to sit your ass down somewhere because you have a big ego. Do you hear me, sir? And it's not cute when you get like that. It's not cute. It's ill. Did you hear me earlier? Ill. That's too much ego. So much ego, so that you're having to be broke down by the pound again. Don't shoot the messenger. You came over here looking for these answers outside of yourself. Now you getting them. Tough luck. Excuse me. Get out of your own way was the last card. This is the seven of knives in the reverse. Cheaters, thieves, spies. What did I just say yesterday? We have a spy in the midst. So this person could even be connected to the spy, the person that's spying on you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Saboteurs, victimization, hidden agendas, conspiracies, betrayal, deception, con artists, liars, imposters, sneaking away, users, shameful secrets, dishonorable discharge, unethical behavior, and people who pretend to be your friend. That's exactly who you're going to end up to be, or that's exactly what you're going to end up around. You continue down this path. It's all on you. This is literally up to you. This is a warning to you. This is a warning to you from your ancestors, honey. I don't have shit to do with this. Look at this at the bottom of the deck. Six of nines in the reverse. That was one of the cards that came out with the Son of Coins. Mother of Bastards in the reverse. Now we got some fucked up mother figure coming out here. You remember when we saw that Daughter of Knives earlier? She just so happened to flip here, and I'm gonna read exactly how she came out. On the negative side, she is sarcastic, condescending, rude, impatient, domineering, insensitive, acidic, and pedantic. 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 I have no idea what that word is. Y'all tell me. Y'all go look it up and tell me what it means. But the card that actually came out, I mean, they both came out, but the card that just now came out on the negative, because her energy is coming back out. It's just coming back out like this. On the negative side, she is needy, emotionally unstable, impractical, a crybaby, or a pushover in a reading. So again, this is her on a regular day, but when she get around you, she's all emotionally unstable, can't stop crying, a pushover. But you feel like this is what's best for you, so you continue on down that path, sir. What the fuck? Why you keep coming in this collective if you genuinely don't want to do the work? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. And you're telling yourself it's not that you don't want to do the work, but it is because you're refusing to accept the fact that you need to let someone go. You need to actually address them for who they are and not what the fuck they telling you and what they look like. How to booty shake. Stupid. Ancestors on your ass. Right on rice. I can't sit on her ass. White on rice. Can't make it up. I like it's actually starting to get funny because One thing I love about ancestors, they move so silently. Like when I say they move so silently, when it comes to anybody other than their actual loved one, their bloodline, speak actively to us. But when it comes to being around people who are attacking us or just moving in the spirit in ways they shouldn't, baby, they so stealth and so quiet. I mean, they over your shoulder and you don't even know it. Because you do realize they're also messengers for the divine, God Himself. So when it comes to spiritual court, those are the people that are showing up on behalf of their loved one. Them motherfuckers in court, like, yeah, we stood right there and we watched them do this and do that and do this and do that. And then you're wondering why your life is going downhill. It's because now it's been a final decision in spiritual court for you to learn your fucking lessons. It's time for you to learn your lessons. Court has been adjourned. Fuck. Like, what? This needed to find you today. This message needed to find you today. Confirmation. Ace of coins in the reverse. And it fell right on top of this seven of knives. And right up under the son of coins. So again, the path you go down to ain't gonna be no ace of coins. Ain't gonna be no financial blessings. At least not at that time. Not until you learn your lessons. Daughter of bastards. Excuse me. Somebody could be seeing 88 or 8, 8, 8 more. Or 88, 88. Either way. You're seeing 8. This for you. This bitch came out yesterday. I'm telling you, bro. I can't make this shit out. The answers on this bitch ass like white on rice. Do you hear me? She is delusional, jealous, a pathological liar, a con artist, or suppresses her feelings in a reading. If she doesn't represent a literal person with these qualities, she represents these attributes. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. They ain't. You need your booty change, boy. Yeah, your last two cards. I'm not giving this shit no more of my breath. Because you two need to learn this lesson together, if you ask me. But apparently, this bitch is much more. Excuse my language. So apparently, this woman is much worse than you, and she needs to learn her lesson away from you. A part of her lesson is you leaving her and you staying with her and making her feel like this shit is okay. Is the reason why you're going in the direction you're going in because you're refusing to teach her the lesson. You are the divine intervention. You're the lesson, and you're not seeing it. It's going right over your fucking head. Right over your head. You're the lesson for her to get her shit together. When you leave, she will get her shit together. I can guarantee it. And just because you left and she got her shit together don't mean that y'all should be together. That actually means as long as y'all were gonna be together, she was never gonna do it. It took for you to be at risk of never, ever, ever being with you again. For her to be like, okay, I'm okay, 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 okay. Do you understand that? You don't want to be. Oh, maybe you do want to be with somebody like that, but you have. It's like one of those people who don't understand what they have or love what they have until it's gone. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get back with that, shit, be my guest. But you are the lesson here, and you're refusing to teach it. You're refusing to do what God is calling you to do. Three baskets: parties, reunion, good fortune, hobbies, plenty renewed health, collaboration, spending time with friends, and team players. So this is people that you know. Again, this is people that you know. Maybe even collaborated with these people. Maybe even made some money together. Partied together. Been on the same team. Yeah, this your homeboy, your homegirl, whoever it is, your ex, your current girlfriend, whoever it is. You are the person who's meant to teach this person a lesson by walking away. And if you don't want to do that, then your life is going to head in the same direction that theirs is. You can't make this shit up. People you've collaborated with. Broke people, bad investments, possessiveness, lack of planning, greed, excessive spending, stinginess, bankruptcy, and materialism and miseries. Well, I just fast forward you down the line to see what you're walking down, because that's where you're headed right now. If you want to take some time and cut some people off and do some things that you should maybe do, then hey, do that. If you don't, you know where it's heading. Misery. Misery loves company. You hear me? But it's up to you. So let me get my affirmation set. Because if you're telling yourself affirmations, you was going out there in the god doggone nature and doing what you need to do, you would be in this energy. You will be doing this. But no. No. You gotta think you smarter than a fifth grader. I'm not a fifth grader, but still, you know what I mean. You gotta think you smarter than God. And you're not. Now he breaking you down like a pound and showing you. You so smart that you're going down the wrong path. So smart that you're being ignorant. I'm trying to catch up, came in late, girl. And this was a message for the Divine Masculine. This was a warning for the Divine Masculine Collective. You ain't even come up in the goddamn read. Father of Goins, you hear me? The masculine energy just got a message today. Baby, we didn't even come up. You're doing what you need to do. You're so far away from all of this shit, it's not even funny. Do you hear me? But again, you could just be a masculine energy too. So this could apply to you. I'm trying to understand because of his kids, but then what you trying to understand? I'm trying to be understanding because of his kids, but then no. Spirit has been enough understanding with this person. That's why they got the message the way they got it. They're being warned. They're being warned because they're doing this intentionally. This is not something somebody's doing unconsciously. This is not somebody doing something they don't know. They're intentionally moving in this way, but they're doing it because they think they're smart. But really, you're so smart that you're going down the wrong path. You're letting your intelligence trick you into fucking yourself over because you're leaning too much on your own understanding rather than God. It's like when God asks you to do something, do it. Do it. Because after you do it, then you'll see why you were being told to do it. I promise you. Even if it's not before then. After you do it, you will see clear as day why the fuck you was being told to do it. This person is becoming ignorant because of their intelligence. And nobody's saying they're dumb, but they're moving is like they're so smart that nobody can tell them something, not even God, not even their own intuition, not even their ancestors, child. You're so smart. Okay. Well, go ahead, keep going down that path. And misery and company gonna be sitting right there next to each other. That's gonna be misery, and you gonna be company. Stupid. It's not funny, but that's what it's gonna be. That's exactly what it's gonna be. Did the card say while being was intentionally going against it? Yeah. He thinks he's smarter than you and God. That's why. If he's anything like this collective here, he thinks he's smarter than I keep hearing smarter than a fifth grader, but we're not fifth graders. But yeah, somebody's being so smart that they're being ignorant. I had plenty of family members like that. I mean, college education, smart as shit, but she's ignorant. I mean, a pharmacist. Do you hear me? Ignorant. Oh, I'll never be able to use that again. Some people let their intelligence just run their entire life. They just end up feeling like you cannot teach them nothing, even though you've already taught them some shit. And now they sitting on the other side of the table looking like you ain't teach me nothing, and I ain't never had to learn nothing from you, and I ain't just. But you keep coming here, and when you come here, you get shit like you're the problem because you're not choosing to do what the fuck you need to do. But no, you're the problem because you're telling them, no, you're the problem. You're the problem because you're telling me I'm the problem. Well, if you sat your ass out and talked to your dumb ass would know you're the problem. I wouldn't be telling you this shit. You should have been already checked yourself. But no, you finna wreck yourself. And everybody who's telling you, hey, man, you probably don't want to do that. You the problem right now. Hey, you tripping. You tripping. You don't want to listen to that shit. Okay, go ahead then. Go off, sir. Cause that's real sassy. If you ask me, that's real feminine. If you ask me, positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. Somebody's not not doing what they need to with that jealousy and that resentment patch. They need to go ahead and chop that shit up and screw it and fucking do something with it. Yeah. You ain't picking up that karma. It's hitting you. It is hitting you. Let me tell you something. If somebody is the target of a bullet and you're standing in front of that bullet, do you think that you're not gonna get hit before that person gets hit? Because that's how karma works. It's gonna hit you before it hits them because you're standing in the fucking way. You sitting there taking bullets for people. You sitting there taking spiritual hits. You wondering why you out here fucked up. Because you sitting there taking the spiritual hit. Because you want to move the fuck out the way. Move. They said move, nigga, move. You over there getting shot the fuck up spiritually. And it's literally. I'm gonna shut up. You over there getting beat the hell up. You over there getting spiritually pummeled because you don't want to leave this motherfucker alone. I know what it feels like. To watch it, it's like, bro, I know. And somebody's telling you this shit. Ain't nobody never had told me. Once somebody told me, I moved the fuck out the way. You got people telling you, and you still not trying to move out the way. You different. You think you smart. Okay, you're different. I'm doing that my whole life, and I had to learn the hard way. You feel me? And that's why when people get on here and they tell people shit like that, and they try to act like we just trying to fuck with them, or we just God only knows what these people think when we're telling them this shit, as if we didn't experience it ourselves. Bitch, I done been the goddamn shield for somebody. I done been my. You know how many warning signs I had before my baby daddy was exited out of my life? Do you know how many warning signs I got? Bitch, the nigga crashed my car before twice. You crashed my car twice, popped my tire. The second time crashed the drunk driving, got it impounded, didn't pay the car note. Oh, okay. There were signs. And you're missing the fucking signs. Do you hear me? You're missing the signs. Hmm. I openly embrace a feeling of self love. I love myself because what people don't understand is I bought that car. The car was mine, and I was paying on the car note. But I got pregnant, and I got tired of carrying around a baby and working. So I lended him my car and gave him this access to something that God didn't even give him access to. The nigga was on skates when I met him. He was walking when I met him, taking the bus to work. Couldn't even get rides to work. You hear what I'm saying? You don't step in and be the. I'm hearing intercessor, but you don't step in and be the. I guess intercessor for somebody who's experiencing something for a reason. They're experiencing this shit for a reason. It's a lesson. You sitting there walking in there like, oh yeah, I got a car. You can just hop right on in. Now your ass ain't got a car no more. You wondering why? I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can. And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm gonna make myself sleep on the couch. Got that self. I don't know why the hell I'm out of breath. Somebody's missing the signs, and this masculine just might learn the hard way. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody but that person. They were just getting a warning from us. But me, I talk a lot. When I start talking, I get to talking. So I'm gonna make you feel where I'm coming from, baby. And even if I gotta tell you about my business to help you understand, I trust that everything will be okay in the end. Partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. Positive thinking, self love, and trust. That's the route this person needs to take. Maybe they're going to take it. Confirmation. Maybe they're going to take it. Maybe not. Yeah, it's up to them. I don't like to make people feel like shit, but if you tell somebody in a nice way that they're doing something wrong, they might not always take it as it's that serious, but it is that serious because I just had to walk you through where you were going to end up, which is misery and company. You're going to be the company to the misery. Okay? Because right now it just don't look that serious to you, but it is. God's looking at you like it's that deep, nigga. It's that serious. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see on the way. Lessons and experiences that if something's taking too long, baby, you're experiencing a lesson, which is another experience, something you needed to do on your journey and following your heart. That's all. That's it. That's all. Something about relationships. Ideal partnership. I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with With a true match, my ideal partnership and working relationships are easy and free flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase from corny shit, you deserve greatness because you are greatness. And if hold on, hold on. I love authentic people. Be yourself, guys. People will enjoy that about you, and you will enjoy that about other people. um, yeah. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time, and through the tricks, and though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible or ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with holy crap, that's unbelievable. And somebody needs to step into that energy of just being okay with being like, holy shit, that's unbelievable. You get what I'm saying? Like, damn, I got a check so big it would have took me this many amount of days to goddamn do. What? It don't even matter. Just be grateful and happy that a miracle happened to you. Do you understand? Stop trying to logicalize everything because most things can, I don't even think that's a word, logicalize. You come up here making words. Stop. Stop trying to make everything logical and sensible to your brain because sometimes it can be explained, but sometimes you can't explain it. Explain how it happened. You can explain that it happened, but sometimes you won't be able to explain how it happened. Okay, y'all. I'm into the light of J, and did I say that right? I am into the light fear J. Yeah, I said that right. I've been messing my words up lately. I'm intuitive light fear J, and this is a safe space for you to heal. I hope that even if you did not like, share, or comment on today's message, that you were able to take something back with you on your journey to help you better yourself. I love you, beautiful people. Thank you, Divine Feminines, for doing what you need to do, being on your shit, and actually just. I feel like for this collective message, the only thing that was highlighted, which was the information that you already told this person. That's what lets me know that you're doing your job. You told this person what they needed to hear. It's again up to them to do what they need to do. That's the one, and you're welcome. And I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.